My name is Queen Tasha, and I would like to welcome you to today's training. Today, we are going to look at the seventh skill in network marketing, which is promoting company events. Companies normally hold events for various reasons. It could be number one, they want to launch their business in a certain area, and so they mobilize the people around the area to listen to what the company has to offer. Secondly, it could be that they're introducing a new product into the market, or they have a new compensation plan. Or fourthly, they could just be awarding high earners, or they could just be bringing business partners and potential business partners together for a business presentation or for a training. A company can decide to have 1, 2, or 3 major events in a year, or depending on their objective, they can decide to have several events in 1 year. So either way, it is a very important thing that the business partners in the company attend the trainings, and not only attend, but they also promote the event so that their team members can come, or potential team members can attend the events. So we're going to look at this skill because promoting company events is a skill that everybody needs to learn. Every business owner or business partner needs to learn. So why should you promote company events? Number one is if you want a large team that is growing and that does not depend on you, it is always good to have your team members attending a company event and meeting with other leaders. Secondly, if you want to achieve a situation where your team is trained, your team can be able to grow with or without you, then it is a good thing for you to invite them into an event. Number three, it is very important that people attend events, your team attend events, because they can, they can meet top earners, they can learn from them, they can see the bigger picture of the business, they can understand the business more, all right? So you have to promote events to people who are registered in your organization. Number four, if you want your team to grow and people within your team to become leaders, it is important they attend these events. You might find there's someone in your organization who will end up being better than you, which is a good thing because people are skilled differently. People have different energy. So it is good to expose your team to a company event so that you can have emerging leaders. Okay. And fifthly, just know that if your team is not trained, you're probably not going to get the results that you desire, which is the growth of your organization, or in virtual AVS, we call it a sales force. What you want is the team to be able to duplicate what needs to be done for the growth of the business, for them to grow the business. And if you don't expose them to company events, then there'll be no duplication. That means people will always depend on you to be able to, for their businesses to be able to succeed. And that's a situation that you would not want, okay? Because as your team grows, there'll be so many people needing your attention, you might spread yourself too thin. And that is why it is imperative that these people come to events so they start owning their businesses. And that is why promoting events effectively is one of the top skills in network marketing. In the next slide, we want to look at how can you become a successful event promoter. Number one, be committed. You have to remain motivated in your business, no matter what. Sometimes you might feel lethargic, you might feel demotivated, you might feel your energy is going down. The main thing is to remain committed. Secondly, always demonstrate your commitment to your team. For example, for the company event, Let them see that you have bought a ticket for the event yourself, and you're seriously inviting, because you cannot lead people to do what you yourself are not doing. Number 3, bring an intensity to the event. It is good to inform your team about the value of attending an event. Let them know what there is to be gained by coming to an event. Create energy around the event, okay? Let your team know why, let your team know what loss they're going to incur, or what pain they're going to have if they do not attend an event. Number 4, focus until the task is done. What does this mean? It means if there's an event that is going to take place in a month's time, in 2 months' time, in 3 months' time, you need to keep on inviting, not even inviting, promoting the event. And you don't become weary until the day of the event. Why? Because this for you is going to have a short-term and a long-term benefit monetarily. And also we said you are going to have a team that is actually growing by themselves. So it is good to remain focused and have as many people, business partners, potential business partners attending the event. So focus on the promotion until the task is done. Number 5, it is good to create a verbal commercial. What does that mean? You can decide to do videos. Apart from inviting using text or inviting using another person's video, maybe a leader's video, it is always good to also have your own video. It doesn't need to be very professionally done, but it is good when people hear your voice, okay? So you can tell them things like, you can see there in number 5, this is a one-of-a-kind event. Great ideas will be shared. Let's change our lives. Learn the secrets of how people are succeeding. This event will enable us create a solid game plan going forward. Be creative and in explaining what your team stands to gain by attending the event, okay? Number 6, have a game plan. We said a company has event after event. Always have a game plan to have more people attending the events than the last event that you had. For example, if you had 10 people in the last event, plan for 20 people in the next one, and then 50, and then 100. As time goes by, have more and more people that you promoted the event to. Have more and more people that are attending an event out of your own promotion. What normally this does is it makes your team grow exponentially, okay? And when you say you have to have a game plan, you need to know exactly how to have more people coming for the next event than came for the last. What strategies do you need to employ? What different way do you need to promote the event? If you didn't have as many business partners of yours attending a certain event, what are you going to do the next time to make more come? If you didn't have many potential team members last time, what are you going to do next time so that more of them are going to come? Always have a game plan to be a successful event promoter. Number 7, have a vision yourself, okay? Having a vision is knowing what your long-term goals are is. What is your long-term goal? What is the end game for your business as far as you're concerned? Where is it that you're seeing this business will take you? That should be a reason for you to continue doing what you have to do. A reason for you to invite people, as many people as possible, to attend an event. Number 8, if you want to motivate people to attend an event, then you tell stories. They say stories sell, but facts tell. Stories are the ones that sell. People want to know what are the success stories, what lives have changed. So you've got to have those stories. And if you're new to the business, you can share somebody else's story. You can say there's a leader in our business who has achieved 1, 2, 3. Okay, or I have a business partner, my upline has achieved A, B, C, D. Okay, if you've been in the business, you can also talk about your own success stories. You can say this business has enabled me to do this and that. Okay, and it's because I went for an event and this event really motivated me, and that is how I've been able to grow my team. So you tell stories, success stories. People love to hear stories of how they can have their lives changed. Number 9, have what we call inclusion. Inclusion is when you have people who you have invited for events and they have showed up and they have remained motivated and they have also invited other people. Such people, you should keep them in your inner circle. They say always associate yourself with people who want to succeed, with people who are motivated. So give a special place in your heart or in your life or in your business for people who attend events. Okay, it says something about them. That is what we call inclusion. At the same time, at the same time, have what you call exclusion. Exclusion is where if you see someone is not motivated, let's say you've been inviting someone to attend an event, they don't appear motivated, they don't appear interested, exclude them. It may sound mean, yeah, but in life, that is how it is, yeah. If someone doesn't share your vision, if someone doesn't share your drive, if someone doesn't share your energy, you just put them in the back burner. The day they're gonna become motivated again, then you move on together. Because what will happen is people who do not believe in the system, people who don't have the vision you have, can easily draw you back. Okay, so always practice exclusion as well as inclusion. The other thing is recognition. Create a way of recognizing your team. Okay, let's say you have business partners. Your business partners, they have come to an event, they have even invited for the event. These business partners ought to be recognized. Okay, don't wait for the company to recognize them. What you can do, you can send them thank you notes. You can appreciate them. It is people, human beings people always feel good when they are appreciated. So have a way of recognizing business partners or even potential business partners who attend an event. Send them a thank you note, take them for coffee and ask them how they found the event and so on. Okay. Number 12, practice peer pressure. What is peer pressure? Continuously display a list of those who have paid for an event. When people see that some people have actually heeded the call to go for an event, people have already paid for tickets, then you will find people are drawn, they are motivated to do what others have done. Yeah. So peer pressure actually works great to making people attend events because people sort of feel like there's something they're going to miss out that others are going to gain. Number 13, create campaigns. A campaign is what pushes people to come to attend events. Create a hashtag, a buzzword around the event. Okay, that is going to help people. That is going to create a lot of attention, and people will most likely won't want to be left out. Okay, so have regular campaign, have creative campaigns. You can have a campaign, a campaign slogan. So yeah, so number 13, just have campaigns around an event. Number 14, give assignments to your team. Don't be the only one who is mobilizing. Have your team also mobilizing people into the event. So you can gather a few people in your team and give them an assignment to have a certain number, to each have a certain number of people attending the event. Okay, that way you create a lot of traction towards the event. Number 15, have a sense of urgency. As soon as an event date has been announced, get into action immediately. You know, it is said success loves speed. The earlier you start promoting, the more people you're likely to get into the event. So have a sense of urgency, have a sense of determination, you know, decide to have more people in the next event than you had in the last event. Identify new leaders who will get people into the next event, okay? And remember that your team matches half your energy. Whatever energy you display to your team is gonna have half that energy. So you better have a lot of energy, you know, and a lot of motivation towards an event, you know, show a lot of motivation towards an event. Number 16, edify the speakers at the event. A successful event promoter always finds out who are going to be the speakers and edify them to your team, edify them to your potential team members. Speak of the achievement of those people. Show, you know, send videos. If you have videos of the speakers, send the videos to your team members, to your potential team members as well. Let them see, you know, how the person articulated the presentation last time. Speak of their skills, speak of their qualifications. What do they do? What have they achieved? Okay, edify the speakers of the event as you are promoting the event. Number 17, sorting versus selling. What this means is this: don't sell the event to people. Selling, you know, selling is where you try to convince someone, oh, just come for the event, it will be good for you. The thing is, within your circles, sort out and see which people are actually want to change their lives, which people are hungry for success, which people are looking to go to the next level in their lives. These are people you ought to concentrate on. So instead of just concentrating on trying to convince some people who don't seem to be willing to come for the event, tell them about the event, do what you can to promote the event to them, but eventually concentrate on the ones who actually want to change their lives, okay? So these are points on how to become a successful company event promoter. So let's look at the next thing. So how do you promote a company event effectively? Remember, we've seen earlier on that promoting company events is actually one of the biggest skills or the best skills you could master in network marketing. So how do you go about promoting company events effectively? Number one, promote the event. Don't just announce and don't just invite. Announcing is just telling someone, oh, there's an event on this particular day at this time, and the charges is this amount of money, or the tickets is this amount of money. Okay, that is just announcing to them that an event is taking place, you know, or inviting them, telling them, you know, I'm going for this event, so why don't we go? You know, that is just inviting. There's a difference between announcing, inviting, and promoting. Promoting is where you let your team know what they stand to benefit and what the value of the event is. Create a story around that event. Show excitement and enthusiasm around that event. Show them what they're gonna gain, you know, what the event is actually going to do to change their business. You know, if you can create a script, you know, as your colleague, create a script about the event, not just to inform them, but to show them the value and benefit, okay? Let them feel your energy, let them feel your commitment. You know, promotion is continuous and repetitive. Continuously expose people, you know, remind people about the event, yeah? Repeat to people about the event, talk about it all the time, sound excited when you're talking about it, you know, in the weeks or the months before the event. Let people see the energy, yeah? When they see the energy, they're likely to be motivated to come. All right, so some of the benefits you can speak about is, you know, meeting with top earners, that you're gonna learn strategies that you need to succeed in network marketing or in the business. You're gonna get into the inner circle of business partners. You know, you're gonna have, you know, fun, adventure, and excitement. You know, you're gonna learn the fun, adventure, and excitement that comes with the business. Yeah, just be creative about what you're going to tell them, about how they're going to benefit from the event. Okay, and do that continuously. Number two, to promote a company event effectively, you work with those who are committed. We've already said that. Promote the event to your entire team and show some urgency about it. Okay, and after explaining to them how they'll benefit, make sure you get a commitment in terms of getting them to pay. Okay, and challenge them as well. Challenge them as well. Yeah, you can see there, you can ask them, do you want to change your life? Do you want to move to the next level? Or do you prefer to just sit at home? Yeah, and let them know the number of people who yourself has invited. Let them get to see that you are actually committed. Yeah, the thing is, as we said, work with only people who want to change their lives. Work with only people who are committed. Okay, number three, we said mobilize your team, mobilize the leaders in your team. The minute you hear an event has been announced, ask yourself, who in my team is a leader? Who in my team is driven? Who in my team looks like they can mobilize quite a number of people? So you create a leverage around those people. And it is very easy to know leaders. Leaders are people who have been attending, for example, Zooms, people who have, who come for trainings. Yeah, leaders are people who have owned their business. Identify just 10 of them, and you can tell the 10 of them to invite 10. When you tell 10 to invite 10, you'll end up having 100 people at the event from your team. Or you can choose 20 people to invite 5 each. 20 times 5 is still 100 people. Or you can say, let me have, my team is small, I have few leaders. You choose 5 of them and you tell them, you know what, try your best and get 20 people. All of you get 20 people to pay for tickets, to pay for the event. You end up having 100 people. The more people you involve in promoting the business, promoting the event, the more people you're likely to have at the event. Okay, and as we said, begin early. The earlier you begin, mobilizing people for the event, the more people you are likely to have. So how else do you promote your company event effectively? Have incentives. Okay, have some incentives there. Let me just, sorry. Okay. So you can decide to have, you can decide to have free tickets. Okay, and you can decide to have a category yourself. You can say, let me buy 5 tickets, for example. Okay, and then let me use the following conditions to who I'll give a free ticket. So you can say, maybe someone who has invited, a certain number of people, you're actually gonna pay for them. They'll get a free ticket. Or you can say anyone who gets involved in a particular activity. Yeah, for example, anybody who comes for training continuously for this number of weeks, this person, I'm gonna give a free ticket. Okay, or you can decide there, someone people to, you can give away, you can have free ticket giveaways and say, someone should explain, why they need to be given the free ticket, or someone can write an essay about what the business has done for them, and then you give them a ticket to an event. These are incentives that you can have, that can actually be able to push the numbers that come for the event. Okay, and also they can motivate someone because they feel appreciated. All right. Number 5, have recognition. We said that before. Recognize people who register, and especially people who register early. You can call them out and actually recognize them and thank them. Okay, and we said we can do this, you can do this through social media. Yeah, by the way, you can just go on Facebook and say, congratulations so and so for registering for the event on this particular date. Yeah, when someone else registers, you go and say, now there are 2 people coming for the event, and so you keep on talking about it, and the more you talk about it, the more numbers you are likely to get, the more people are gonna be motivated to actually know why is it that people, what kind of event is this, or why are people motivated to come for the event. Okay, so recognition normally motivates and drives behavior towards what you intend to be achieved. Number 3, create an event within an event. So let's say the company has an event like virtual AVS. Yeah. I'm imagining we have an event in one big hotel. Maybe we have 3 days of an event, we're going to get there. So what you can decide is your team, your team within virtual AVS, you can actually have a small event, or rather a mini event within the event with your team. So you can let your team know that you have a special event planned for them. For example, you can tell them something like, we're gonna have a dinner together, a special dinner just for our team. Okay, or we're gonna have a get together a day before the event. Okay, let's assume we are all going to maybe Zanzibar, okay, or to Johannesburg. So we'll say a day to that, let's all get in there a day to that, and then let's have a get together, and then maybe we go somewhere exciting together. Okay, so create an event within an event, or it can just be, after before an event takes place, let's gather together as a team and get to know each other, and um, discuss what we intend to achieve as a team. Okay, so create an event within an event, have exciting activities. Okay, you can have even a photo session as a team before or after an event. You can go and, as a team, go and call one of the company high earners and just sit with them and get to know how they've achieved what they've achieved. Yeah, so it's always good to have team traction together, using an event as as a main meeting point. The next thing is repetition. So we said, do not just invite or announce, telling people there's an event on this day. Instead, you should promote the event over and over and over again, so that people can see the seriousness of this. Okay, and then you keep on counting down on the remaining number of tickets. So for example, maybe you decided, you know what, I think I want to invite let's say like 20 people. So you can be telling your team, I have 5 people who have already paid for tickets. I have 15 more tickets remaining. Yeah, who wants to be, who's coming with me, who wants to be in, who wants to change their lives. Okay, now guys, I have 10 more tickets. When you keep on talking about ticket numbers reducing, people see that this thing is serious, and they see there are others who are taking it seriously, and so they're likely to jump in as well. The other thing is have breakout sessions. Breakout sessions. Breakout sessions is where you have a brief session with your team after the event is over. Instead of just scattering, you can tell your team, you know what, after this event, let's all meet in that corner there. Let's discuss, what we've learned for the event, and let's come up with a strategy beginning next week. What are we going to do to grow our teams? Okay, so have a breakout session with your team. When you have that kind of activity, it actually brings together some form of togetherness, some form of belonging. Yeah, so get used to having, even though you have a big event, get used to having something together with your team, members of your team, you understand, together with their potential team members. All right, now the other thing is this: how do you promote company events on social media? What are some of the things you need to bear in mind? Number one, use pictures and videos. Most people don't have time to read long content, so it is always good to have a rich portfolio of photos and videos of previous events. Be compiling them and keeping them on your laptop or in a flash disk or on your phone, so that when you have another event coming up, there's something that you can share with people on social media, to show them how it was last time. Okay, post testimonials. For example, virtual AVS, we have a video, I think it's about a 10-minute video of business partners from different parts of Africa. Have that testimonial posted on Facebook or whichever social media as you're inviting people for an event. Show them success stories. We have short videos. Yeah, I think 1-minute videos. We have about 10 of them. Yeah, use them to display, use them to leverage on them on social media as you're inviting people for the event. Use a video of someone who's talking about their story. You understand? If you don't have these short videos, please request for us to send them to you. And normally social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so on, they have algorithms which give more coverage to videos. Okay, if you normally put a lot of videos, your streaming is gonna be seen more. Number 2, create FOMO. What is FOMO? FOMO is fear of missing out. When you're talking about an event, tell people what they're gonna be missing out on. Because when people have FOMO, they normally act quickly. Yeah, you remember when you were children and you knew that if you don't do something, you're not gonna be bought your favorite meal, you're not gonna be bought your ice cream. Yeah, you're not gonna be allowed to go out and play. You'd quickly do what you're supposed to do so that you don't miss out on on fun things. Yeah, so it's the same thing on social media. Use FOMO. How to use FOMO is have people who are going to be speakers in that event. Let them do a short video, and we normally have many of such videos. Yeah, let them do a short video that you put on social media, just a very short, maybe 1-minute video of them inviting some people to the event. Okay, what will happen is people will actually be curious to want to come to the event and hear more. And it doesn't even on top of that, you can actually have even a previous video done where someone was speaking about what virtual AVS has done in their lives, and then attach a message there saying, if you want to hear more about this, about this person, just come to this event. Okay, so create curiosity, create FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay, number 3, have presence in your social media all year long or all the time. Don't just suddenly post about an event. Be on social media all the time. Be there consistently. You're doing that so that your followers can continuously follow your business. Okay, you can continually be present on social media. Your followers can grow. Your followers can be knowing what is happening, because the minute you stop posting on social media, they'll wonder what happened to the business. Is the business still there? And also the algorithm of the social media is such that if you're always there, your posts are gonna be seen more. You understand? It is better than someone who posts sometimes. Okay, they don't appear so much on the news feed. So be present all the time, so that when you put a post about an event, people quickly see it. Number 4, have more of quantity than quality. Have more of quantity than quality. What this means is, when you post content on Facebook or any social media, have something which is impactful. And luckily for us in virtual AVS, we do have content creators. Okay, so if you're not in the 90-day game plan WhatsApp group, please join that WhatsApp group, because you normally have content posted there every day, accompanied by videos or photos. Okay, so when you have quantity posts and you have likes, comments, and shares, what happens is that post gets more attention on social media. Okay, so and also be interacting with other people on social media. Go to other people's posts and like and comment, share, and so on, because the people who you interact with on social media, those are the people who are gonna also see your posts. Okay, so be active on social media. The experts normally say 75% of 75% of network marketers are normally successful with social media. Okay, so number 5, create scarcity. Creating scarcity is where for an event, for example, you have a time when tickets are no longer being sold, when people can no longer be admitted, when doors to the event are closed. That normally creates what we call exclusivity. People feel, oh, okay, it seems I'm late. Only this, only, it seems only this number of people were being allowed to go into the event, that creates scarcity. So what normally happens when you say, after this date onwards, no more tickets will be sold, the registration will be closed. It makes someone feel that, there's no desperation. Yeah, that you either take it or leave it. Sometimes the company may decide that people have to register for them to be allowed to come for the event, or they have to be invited by someone who's already in the business. Like, you can't just walk in. Okay, those are some of the things that create exclusivity. Number 6, adventure. A business has to be presented as fun, not all serious all the time. Okay, so there can be an element of adventure introduced into a video that invites people into the event. Okay, have the event appearing like an experience, not even in a video, maybe even in the way that you promote the event yourself. Yeah, you can talk about the experience someone is likely to have in the room during the event. Come up with something creative. Okay, another thing is have people know that the people who attend that event, a certain result will occur. Yeah, you can tell them in the event you're going to discuss how generational wealth can be created through technology or using your smartphone. So that will cause people to be curious. Okay, so how does a smartphone create for me generational wealth? How do I become a millionaire using my smartphone? Yeah, and let them know that they're going to learn strategies of how that can be done. Let them just feel that there's something that is going to be in that event that if they don't attend, they're going to be missing out. Okay, so they say normally when people come to an event, they want to have a great experience. An event should be a place where people have an experience where they feel treated in a certain kind of way. So just create that kind of experience. Yeah. So promoting an event on social media needs to be very, very creative. You basically need to pull out all the tricks you have in the bags. Mostly photos and videos, they work wonders. And especially when people see photos or videos of people, not just posing, people posing, but people laughing together, or people sharing something together. Like, there's a video I really love where it is a group of people are seated together, and all of them are looking at the app together, and someone is explaining. Such videos are an attraction, because people see the togetherness of people together. Okay, repeated to the same word in the same sentence. Yeah. For example, most beverage adverts, yeah, be it beer or soft drinks, they normally show a sense of togetherness. So when you're talking about an event, it is good to use a photo or a video that shows some form of togetherness, some form of adventure, some form of fun while doing the business. Look for such material. Okay. So in conclusion, number one, promotion in network marketing is the number one highest paid skill. Why are we saying that? Is the more people you get into an event, the more people you get to have ownership of the business, the more people you have who are motivated to invite more people, many people themselves. Okay. Basically, the more people you get into an event, the more duplication you do in your team, the more likely your team is likely to grow. The more people you are likely to have in your organization, the more money you're likely to make. That is why someone who is skillful in promoting an event, it says there, is the highest paid person according to the compensation plan. Number two, the people who have the most people making the decision to attend an event gets paid the most in network marketing. I think it's the same point there. Desire to become very good in promoting events. Okay. Number three, the advantage of getting your team to a company event, we have said, number one is your team or even your potential team members are going to get freshly energized about the business. Number two, they're going to see the bigger event of the business, the bigger picture of the business. Their minds will be opened up when they come and they meet other people, and they meet people who have succeeded in a business. Probably they hear the presentation from another angle. Yeah, they begin to see the bigger picture of the business. The other thing is when you have your team or your potential team members coming for an event, their game plan changes. Someone leaves there freshly motivated. Someone leaves there with a different way of doing the business because they'll have attended the training and they'll have seen different approaches to the business, how people grow their business. So they're gonna come up with a different game plan. Their minds are gonna be opened up. Their productivity is likely to go up. Let me not say likely, the productivity will go up. There's something about when people go for a meeting and they find other people who are so excited about the business, people probably who came into the business after them and they've really grown, they are really motivated and their own productivity goes up. They get motivated, many of them renew their commitment towards the business. Yeah. The other thing is the view of the future becomes clearer. What the business will do for them becomes more and more clearer. Okay. Because they begin to see the compensation plan in a whole new way. Basically, when people come for an event, there is something it does to their minds. Yeah, even people who've come over and over again, every time they go to an event, and even those of us who've been to events, you get re-energized. You do your business in a better way. Okay, you even make more friends. You get to meet other people, who are in the business. People who probably you just see in Zoom, you just see names, but you go and meet them physically, and you get to know their stories, and you get to know where they're coming from, where they've come from, and where they are at. Okay, so company events are very, very important to attend. And as we said, you who is set or who is determined to become a big promoter of company events, we've said that you are likely to make the most money. All right, so thank you very much for listening in. I hope you have learned something today. I hope you have been freshly motivated as you listened to this particular training, and it is my hope that you grow to be one of the biggest promoters of virtual AVS, and one of the highest earners who we've said are gonna be the ones to draw the crowds into the events. All right, so thank you very much for listening. I do thank you. If you have any question, feel free to ask. If you have any comments, feel free to give in your contributions. Thank you indeed.